Welcome to my channel. Happy New Year, happy 2025. My name is Monica Arinze. I'm a survivor person of spinal cord injury, and my person with disability as well. So this channel will talk about disability inclusion, disability empowerment. We'll talk about lifestyle, talk about food. We'll talk about everything disability, everything about life that pertains to life in general. And today we're going to dive into a very good, interesting topic. Can you guess? Your guess is as good as mine because we are going to talk about the role of Disability Advocacy Organization in society. You heard me right, yes. Do they have any role? Do they have anything they are doing? I'll tell you, yes, they have a whole lot they are doing. So disability organizations play a pivotal role in promoting the rights, inclusion, and well-being of people with disability. But let's break down how this organization makes a significant impact. So we're going to look at raising of awareness, promoting inclusivity, legal support, community building, education and training, and a whole lot of them. We are going to look into it and also discuss few of the organizations that are into advocacy into disability advocacy organization in Nigeria. So we'll talk about creation of awareness. What do you mean by awareness? Raise awareness. Disability advocacy organization work tirelessly to raise awareness about the challenges and the barriers faced by persons with disability through campaigns, education program, and public speaking. They shed light on issues that might be overlooked. Yes, many people don't know who is a person with disability or not because they always believe that it's people on a wheelchair, people that are physically challenged, people that are hearing impaired or visually impaired or albinism. And some people still argue that albinism is not disability, but I laughed. But now, with a whole lot of advocacy, seeing the problem they have about skin cancer, noticing their own impairment, they can be on the sun, and a whole lot of things. And many other people talk about cerebral palsy, talk about the autism. There is a whole lot. Even people that use glasses in a normal day, that person with disability. Some people might spite or spit on people with disability that their own disability is very pronounced, but they don't know they are also part of this community. Okay, so raising awareness and make people to understand and know this. I know when you see people on a wheelchair, everybody assumes that person on a wheelchair, oh, probably it's a spinal cord injury. Oh, probably the person is a physical challenged person. Maybe the person had a fall or the person had an accident and broke his or her leg. They are far from the truth. Many things can make a person to be on a wheelchair. Old age can make you to be on a wheelchair. Stroke can make you to be on a wheelchair. Poliomyelitis can make you to be a wheelchair. And many other health conditions. So creation of awareness has made people to understand this. Okay, so another one is about promoting inclusivity. How can you promote this? This organization do a whole lot in this. The cry is out there in the streets, the impact is out there. They are also making ensure that this organization advocates for inclusive policies and practices in various sectors such as education, employment, and healthcare. They work to ensure that the people with disabilities have equal access to opportunity and resources. For example, now here in Nigeria, because of this advocacy push, they've been able to secure 5% of persons with disability in every organization. Even though it's not really enforceable, but they're able to ensure that this is in the policy, this is in the rule, and some people that are now aware, they're making it to be aware. And when they see person with disability that has all it takes to work up their requirements and order and qualification, they will employ the person, where they are truthful following the laws. Okay, So the name, another one is there is a whole lot of inclusivity in terms of political participation, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of aviation. There is a whole lot happening at this time. Okay, though we are not there yet, I'll be very sincere with you, but the advocacy is making a shift, kind of. Then the next is legal support and representation. Many advocacy organizations provide legal support and representation to individuals with disability. They help navigate legal challenges, fight for disability rights, and ensure that laws protecting people with disability are enforced. For example, we have the law now, have Disability Act in Nigeria. And the last year, we were able to complete 5 years of the moratorium of bringing out the disability laws. And now, is people are their way. So advocacy organization and ensuring for the push, ensuring for the inclusion, ensuring for some amendment of the laws at the same time. We talk about empowering individuals. Whenever you talk about disability, what first comes to your mind is empowerment. Because when you become a person with disability, you are now limited with some few things you can be able to do. So what comes in people's mind, how can we empower? You can empower through education, through skill or semi-skilled work. So this advocacy groups, I ensure so much that they empower person with disability in advocacy work. The organization offers support and resources to help individuals with disability and lead independent and fulfilled lives. You see many people doing very well, doing their markets, and they're in their office, learning one trade or the other, working, learning how to use the modern technology and all. And this can include access assistive technologies, job trainings, and social services. Many organizations are actually doing this to help persons with disability. And I can tell you a whole lot of persons that have taken this training very sincere and genuine and thoughtful, is really enjoying what they've learned so far. They don't talk about building communities yet. Each of the disability group has their communities, and they also have their general community. What does this building community do? Advocacy groups create and nurture communities where people with disability can connect, share experiences, and support each other. For example, we have spinal cord injury branch in Abuja, where we can talk about our challenges, where we can talk about our joy, our cries, our happiness, empowerment. And the good part of this is that sometimes people get an offer or they have something in their position which they might not be in need of, and they will reach out to someone in the community and say, okay, I got this job, but it's not for me. Can you come and take it? At this point, something I can do. You can see someone that can jump at it. And also share about health challenges and how to navigate, So that's building of community. This is where people are open, because they are not going to be shy to tell you what is happening to them. You'll not be shy to tell you, today I saw myself to that extent, because they know they can understand you and they'll be able to tell you this is a way you can do it to navigate. I myself, that has not happened to me, and this is what I've been doing, and it has been helping me. And I take the person by the hand and pull the person up. So that's the sense of the building communities. You see a very lucrative training that can empower them. Yes, like recently now, an organization is seeking for person with disability that they are ready to train them 3 to 6 months on how to do conventional things. Is it not part of the empowerment we are talking about? That's the empowerment we are talking about. So building community helps, and this community offers sense of belongings and reduce feeling of isolations, because persons with disability are really isolated. Sometimes they didn't isolate themselves. The social environment isolates them. When there is no accessibility, your building is not accessible. Before you can come out, somebody needs to carry you out. Definitely, the person cannot be able to know what's happening outside world, apart from what is happening within the four walls of their rooms or their phones. Okay. Then we look at the influencing policy. Advocacy organization creates. Advocacy organization Disability advocacy organizations often work with policymakers to influence legislations that affect people with disability. They provide valuable insights and expertise to shape policies that promote equality and inclusion. Yes, we have organizations like a Center for Ability, Rehabilitation and Empowerment. It talks more about this Disability Act and how to ensure that all the states in Nigeria, they are up to it. So influencing policy is very key for person with disability, and this has resulted that a whole lot of changes and a whole lot of impacts was made, that today we have Disability Act in Nigeria that's lasted up to 5 years now. So now the question is, people are aware of it. What are we going to do for people to be aware of? This is where this advocacy organization comes in, to train people, to enlighten them, and let them know what it entails, to understand and be aware of the law. Then we'll talk about providing education and training. Education and training are crucial for fostering an inclusive society. Advocacy organizations offer workshops, seminars, and trainings for employers, educators, and the general public to promote understanding and acceptance of disability. Like last year was the first time we had a Spinal Cord Injury Association of Nigeria conference. As old as spinal cord injury case has been, so it's where there is a whole lot of seminar, different people talks in different area. This is how they create that awareness, education, training, sensitization, talks about education, talk about the health, talk about the Disability Act, talk about rehabilitation, a whole lot of things. It's quite educative and it's quite encouraging. Many things that people are not aware of, they were able to learn. And that's the same thing with care organizations that deals with a whole lot. There's a whole lot of seminar that's always come around. They always come off for person with disability, and there is always something to impart and to take home from all this. Then we look at offering resources and services. Yes, it's one of the roles. One of the roles is offering resources and services. So, from accessible house to health services, this organization provides a wide range of resources to support people with disability and their family. They act as a vital link between individual and the services they needed. Yes, because there's many people, their children were not born with disability, and when this thing happens, they don't know what to do. This is where this advocacy organization comes in, like the Wales Care Success Foundations. They educate families, they educate individuals how to navigate life, how to manage person on a wheelchair, how to manage different forms of disability, how to have this family peer support group where they talk to the family one-on-one, how they can navigate, how they can also understand their family member, their husband or their wife or their children that has this disability, to understand how to cope with the person, and also to educate the person that has disability how to also encourage people assisting him in this journey of life, with disability. So there's a whole lot of organizations that are really doing so well in this advocacy for person with disability. Continue watching my channel. My name is Monica Aris, and today we are talking about the role of advocacy organizations in a society or in Nigeria as well. Continue watching, and we're going to dive into another section, and the section is going to be, are there disability organizations in Nigeria that will have significant impact or that have made significant impact? Your guess is as well as mine. Yes, one of them is the Center for Ability, Rehabilitation and Empowerment (CARE). Is in Nigeria and is a remarkable organization dedicated to improving the lives of persons with disability. Founded in 2014 by Dr. Chike Okonkwo, and the CARE focuses on highlighting the values of courage, opportunities, responsibilities, and empowerment. That's cool. To help individuals and disabilities achieve excellency. Yes. Can somebody with disability achieve an excellency? Yes. Can the person be empowered? Yes. Can the person be inclusive in the society? The answer is yes. And we'll just look in few things they are doing. Okay, you look at the Accessible Aviation Project. Okay, Accessible Aviation Project aims to remove barrier to accessible air transportation for persons with disability in Nigeria. This initiative addresses the daily frustration faced by passengers with disability at the airports and with the local airlines. K has successfully advocated for Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA) to direct airlines to stop mandating that persons with disability travel with aids. Because if you're a person with disability, Nigerian Airlines does not carry you. That's the truth. Even with this thing he has been able to do, are they accepting it? I'll tell you, there's still more advocacy to do. Because I have traveled, but they made sure that I must travel with an aid. But the airline was able to make some another enlightened to me that if you're a person with disability and you can stand and walk for some steps, yes, probably they can allow you to travel alone. But if you're the one, you are using a wheelchair and you are cabin to cabin. Like most of us with spinal cord injury, we are cabin to cabin. Cabin to cabin means that they are going to carry you 100% from your wheelchair till you get to your chair. And even according to the IATA laws, I think it's the same thing. That means I will still travel too. So I'm still going to travel with an aid. So check the cost of my flight ticket and the flight of my aid. So that's where we are in Nigeria. Even though you are healthy and fit, but we are still going there, and we're still going to see how things turn around. And looking at empowerment programs, CARE is committed to empower individuals with disability through various programs that provided access to education, job training, and social services. They focus on creating opportunities for people with disability to live independent and fulfilling life. One of the things that the advocacy groups really want to achieve is to ensure that person with disability has an independent life, and you're able to do a whole lot of things on your own with less or minimal support. Then we'll look at advocacy and policy influence. This organization, do they do a whole lot of policy influence? Yes, they've influenced a whole lot of things when it comes to engaging advocacy effort to influence policies that promotes rights, inclusion of persons with disability. And they work with agencies, they work with disability organizations, they also work with some other foreign NGOs to promote political participation and inclusion in Nigeria as well, and also community building where people can come and share their experience, share their good time, their bad time, and how to navigate life. And this help reduce isolations and promote a sense of belongings. And we'll look at education and training. Do they do education and training? The answer is yes, because last year, after the 5 years of Disability Act, there is a seminar on that, a 2-day seminar that CARE conducted that pulled more than 150 people from 36 states in Nigeria to know how they have been able to accept the law, execute it, and implement it, and if people are aware. And this is really something that is really very good, and different states were able to share their light on that, and the take home was very wonderful, and people are still working on that. So that continues, and we'll talk about another organization. The Wheelchair Success Foundation has a significant impact in Nigeria by providing mobility support and solution and support individuals with disability. And one of the key supports they do as advocacy is advocacy for a distribution of wheelchair. Before now, people think that, or some people believe that using a wheelchair is sin, using a wheelchair is bad, but let them know that a wheelchair is also a way people can live independent. People can navigate their life without not lying down all the day in the bed. And the foundation has distributed few wheelchairs to people with disability in Nigeria, and this initiative has greatly improved the mobility and independence of many individuals, allowing them to participate more fully in society. Somebody like me without a wheelchair can go out, I can't do anything. So it's also an advocacy. It's also for you to know the importance of wheelchair. A few days ago, we marked the day of wheelchair. And you can see a whole lot of things people talked about the wheelchair. Moving A to B, C to B movement is with wheelchair. Okay, we'll talk about advocacy and awareness, and that's what I'm doing today. The foundation actively advocates for the right of persons with disability and raises awareness about the challenges they face through campaigns and public engagement. They work to change societal attitude and promote inclusivity. That's it. That's one of it. And you cannot do without operating on awareness. People are starting now to know about disability. People now want to see, so this is disability. So is it how we're going to cope? And every day, every minute, people fall into disability. And how are we going to fold our hands not to talk? No. We'll continue to talk and let people know this is a way they can navigate life. I want to talk about do collaboration with government and other organizations. The Research Success Foundations is heavy on collaboration with sister organizations for this advocacy, for this empowerment, but solely do peer-to-peer advocacy, society advocacy, patient and hospital advocacy, patient and family advocacy, because some people don't know how they can manage their loved ones, be the husband, be the wife, be the father, be the mother, be the children. So the Research Success Foundation help train people, sensitize people, hold them in the hands on how they can manage their loved one that is a person with disability. Train the person with disability how to understand life and how to enjoy this life of disability in its fullness and with all the potentials. And also the parents to also understand the person. It's a two-way thing for them to understand and cope and understand when the person reacts in certain way, what causes it, and how they can also live in harmony and live beyond the scales. And we'll talk about community support and empowerment, talk about health and rehabilitation. Research Success Foundation, Wellcare Success Foundation is heavy on healthcare and rehabilitation and inclusion and wheelchair accessibility. So it focuses on the healthcare and the rehabilitation service for people with disability. They provide access to Medicare, to physiotherapy and other services that will improve over well-being of individuals with disability. And notwithstanding, we have other organizations that we call Disability Rights Advocacy Center. That's drugs that works to promote human rights of persons with disability and promote their inclusion, the development agenda. One of these people first program I attended as person with disability, we're talking about the Disability Act and the Disability Law, which was very, very educating and enlightening. And they focus on advocacy, policy influencing, media engagement, and capacity building to ensure that the needs of persons with disability are considered in all sectors. Then we'll look at Center for Citizens with Disability. Yes, it's a leading human rights organization that promotes the inclusion, participation, the access of persons with disabilities. They work on research, advocacy, training, and legal aid to support empowerment individuals with disability. And we also have what we call Rebuilding Hope on Wheels initiative. That's ROWI. It's where you have thousands of persons with disability. They will do peer-to-peer support, engagement, we will have community support, we will have trainings on empowerment, we have trainings on how to navigate life as person with disability with spinal cord injury. And another organization is the Joint National Association of Persons with Disability, known as JONAPID. Yes, JONAPID is an umbrella organization that represents the interests of Nigerians with disability at both local and international level. It was established in 1992, and they work to promote the rights and development of persons with disability through advocacy and community engagement. These organizations are making a significant difference in the lives of persons with disability in Nigeria by advocating for the rights, providing support, and promoting inclusion. These are not the only organizations. There are many of them. There are thousands of organizations that are advocacy organizations doing marvelously well for the community of persons with disability. It's still your girl Monica. Like my channel, continue watching, because this is where we create the awareness. This is where we raise the awareness. This is where we discuss everything disability, everything lifestyle, everything inclusion, everything empowerment. You know, that's where you pour your heart and see things people thought that is not for disability is actually disability case. So my name is Monica Arinze, and see you in my next video. And please continue watching because it's insightful, it's educating. And if you're not empowered someone today, please do empower someone, do encourage someone. If you're somewhere trying to give up in life, take your water and drink. Take water and drink. And be good. You don't need to feel bad because of your situation. Sometimes you can feel bad, no doubt. But drink your water and sleep and rest. And be happy. Continue. And ciao ciao. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.